Okay, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. I am hoping for a heavy streaming week now that I'm back from my home country. I have applied for a few jobs, so I don't know how long I will be able to have high stream weeks, but hey, we get this one, and that's good enough, right? Okay, so first of all, any ether current quests we take. Have you ever bathed in the waters to the northeast? Of course not, because a gang of burly Robnins has been attacking any who goes near them, Kupo. If you are kind enough to slay a few, that might scare them away, giving me some time to dip in the waters. Magnanimous, that is who you insist on calling yourself. You have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Moglan, Mogmuk, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Okay, I literally need to gather them one by one. Yeah, your opinion on this doesn't really matter. Can you just arrange yourself next to the Oglin dude, please? Ergo your trials, warrior light. I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Trevanians? Such contradictions aside, our host seemed entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld who also favored such attacks. It was meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could overleap a Caracol lamb, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Magnanimous. I like not this place. Estinian doesn't like Moogles. Okay, you're thinking of a myth. Please proceed. You see, some characters are like, with the other characters I'm like, who cares what you think, Alpinode? I listened to you for long enough. We become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglin has finally come to the decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better fluffer over and see him then. Fluffer, fluffer, fluffer. What sorcery is this? That my heart should stir at mere fluffiness. They are so fluffy! Magnanimous, no matter, what is it? Chieftain Moglin has made his decision? Well, let us not keep him waiting then. She's like, they're all so adorable! Ah! Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. Would have taken us moons to complete all these dreary chores and niggling errands. The Moogles are like really lazy. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. We were, after all, already friends with fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with House Vigor could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all these tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Grrr! Oh dear! The horn! Bring out the horn! Quickly now! We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late, and I think Moglan may have sat on it, so we need some time for cleaning and polishing, and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Hell's Figure. Very possibly yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain that Hell's Figure will welcome our overtures. Like, I doubt that. Should we ever arrive at his lair, come, we have squandered enough time already. Chieftain Mooglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture these shoots of a new-sprung friendship with earth and sky. Of course, Kupo! Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Moghome your home amongst the clouds. And they all wave goodbye. Bye-bye. Thanks for the help, Kupo. I doubt I would ever have found the time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. The chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about, a little more time chieftaining. Things would never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all those errands are done and the horn is fixed. So all's well that ends well, eh, Kupo? Kupo-chan! Well, I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alpinode is looking for you. It will be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. Just checking my stream health, for that is important. Boop boop. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seatsier and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. If you would remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways, shall we? Okay, we're very grateful that you came all the way over here. How about that? That work? Alpinode, magnanimous, I do humbly thank you for what was a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these moogles might have never been revealed to us. This we should be thankful, Elder Seatsier. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kuplokop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelves Wood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends, and I have so many fantastic tales to tell my King's Moogles back at home. And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seatsier. We too must be on our way. Hell's Figure awaits. Warrior of Light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. And outside we go. The killing thingy that they want us to do isn't that far either. So we'll likely be doing that one as well. I mean, it's like right there. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbled away your tears, Kupo? Then we're indeed ready to go. As Chieftain Moglen already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hellsfigur's attention. We'll come along and show you the best way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. Oh, I see Moxie. And Moxie has a chore for us too. You aren't thinking of heading towards Asa, are you? Best watch yourself if you are. Archosaurs stalk the road looking for an easy meal. If only someone could drive them away, Kupo. Oh, you seem the type for dragon hunting. Why don't you slay 3 of the Archosaurs and open the road back up for moogle traffic? Once the deed is done, we'll let Mogmont and Asa know. Oh, and I'm considering posting a selfie to Twitter today. Because I know that it's not very visible on camera. But I absolutely love this lipstick. I got it in the store on my way back from Lithuania. It was in the duty-free shop, please. Cat, do not jump like that. Do not traverse my keyboard. I wanted to have a few pink shades because all I have is like 2 red shades. So this is also wonderfully very slightly pink. It's not very super visible at all. But compared to my natural lip color that's almost bluish, it's visible enough. And the only other lipstick that I had that was of a pink shade would not show up on my lips at all. So it's like a fine balance of I don't want something too pink. Like, I don't want to look like a little girl. But at the same time, I want something just kind of mellow colored. But at the same time, that doesn't just blend into my natural lip color. So I'm very happy to have found that. I have another one. It's a bit less visible. That's easy to believe. But it's very nice for like everyday usage and like wearing to work and stuff. So yeah! I don't know if that's... Yeah, that is the enemies. They were like so shiny, I was all like... They're... you know, ether current? But no, it's the enemies. But there's an ether current here. Oh, you have no idea how relaxed I feel right now. I mean, I know that currently I'm talking to myself, but this is going up on YouTube, so some of you are gonna be seeing it and listening to it. But it's so nice to just be able to sit down and stream again. It feels so incredibly relaxing. Yeah, like, yay! I get to just spend time with myself and stream cookies. And hopefully I can do that tomorrow. And on Wednesday there's the guild stuff again. And then on Thursday and on Friday my husband is home. So I don't know about that, but maybe I'll just upload a video. And then on Saturday and on Sunday there's guild stuff again. So we need just like 3 days. We only need 3. honestly, if I have a workplace that's okay in taking me in with my demands, then... oh god damn it, I pressed the wrong button. Then I will still be able to like scream sometimes, but... if not, then I'll likely not take the job. Because I know that my family wants me to be employed very much, but I, and my husband could really use it too. But I could really use taking care of my own mental health and not becoming a, really depressed cookie again. That doesn't sound like, you know, a nice idea. Oh god damn it, cat. That is so incredibly wobbly whenever she does that. My table is not like screwed up imperfectly. Many thanks, brave adventurer. Finally, I can enjoy a bath without the smell of raw dragon fish assaulting my senses. Sniff. Say, a dip in the waters might serve to, freshen you up as well, Kupo. In other words, I stink of dragonfish. Good to know. Good to know. Ah, like, this is my happy place. Well, outside of my cats being... oh, no! Ham, no. Outside of my cats really misbehaving right now, one of them wanting to jump straight onto the door, and he knows that he is not allowed. And outside of that, I'm in my happy place. Oh look, a weather current. Another one. These things, if I remember correctly, are a bit squishier than normal enemies for reasons. Yeah, they're very obviously squishier than normal enemies. I'm so happy to be able to do that cleave thing. It's so incredibly nice that. I'm also really happy at the amount of ether currents, like, very close to Mogholm. It's like... the game doesn't want me to explore most of this on foot. So I feel very positive about getting flying at some time soon. Let's see, how many ether currents we have in the mists? 3 now. Plus 2 from the quests soon. And obviously we're gonna be missing some because I'm not fully looking for them at the moment. I'm just going through the quests, and I'm gonna take any that I do see, but I don't like focus on searching for them right now. Oh, that's why I misclicked last time, because I was like, where's my Unchanged that makes me able to deal regular damage while in tank stance? Oh wait, I'm in DPS stance right now, durr. I am like looking around for weather currents, ether currents rather, because, you know, if they're around, then I'm not gonna mistake them. There's probably some more of these. Yeah, there's more of these that way. This is also where our main quest is taking us, so that is convenient. Oh, that is so pretty. Do you see that like pink star? That's so pretty. Oh yeah. I don't actually know if these are stars or planetoids because they almost look... Maybe they're very close by stars? I don't know of any star anywhere in the world that looks that close. Oh, that's convenient. It's that way now. So I don't need to backtrack her. Oh, ether current. See, it's the fourth one. Game's like really being nice to me. Can I just... Yeah, thank you. Wanted to uncover the map that way. Ice Dragon in Waiting sounds so much like it's like a lady in waiting. Oh, this one was extra squish. Ooh. I think we're close to arriving. Not the Zenith, I don't think that it is. It's like a settlement. Yeah, the Zenith is where the Aetheryte is. Oh, that's kind of convenient. I won't need to like run from there to there all the time. I will be able to port around. Okay, so there's like another summoning stone. But it is somewhere here. I am gonna bet that it's on I meant another ether current. I'm gonna bet that it's on one of the towers. Mostly asked you to slay them for him. It's just like him to depend on the kindness of strangers. I've barely been able to venture outside of a south for fear of being attacked. Now thanks to you, the roads are just a little bit safer, Kupo. Hooray! Hooray for safe. Oh, it's not up there. It's actually like right there. Oh, that's convenient too. I don't need to climb to high places to look for it. Oh god. I'm kind of glad that the game's blocking this corner a bit. I would have just fallen down there. Any more directly in this area? Yes. Yes, there is. Would this be? No, it wouldn't be in the tower, would it? It would be somewhere like this way. Well, let's speak with our team first. Team of happy-go-lucky explorers. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragons so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. And yes, I try everything on looks-wise, despite the fact that the stats are better. Yeah, I kind of like this. It feels like some sort of old-school RPG gear, like this is like Final Fantasy XIV fitting gear. Oh god, the caster ones are like really bad. The bird ones too. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Svegar inevitably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt you'll hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Okay! Your clearing and the next ether current seems to coincide in direction, which is very nice of them. I feel like the game's trying to just feed me flying while going through the story. Southeast now. Which I gotta say, I do not mind. It'd be a very funny thing to mind, don't you think? Just east? Oh, I see it. I see it over there. Hanging out on that ledge. Please ignore me coming through. Going to rest with my buddies on this awesome journey, sauce. Yeah. I bet that the reason that they're resting where they're resting is because this place is absolutely infested with dragons. But they're not trying to rest directly on top of one. That would be... See what I mean with them just feeding me ether currents this time around? Like, oh, this is the direction that you're going in? Well, here's an ether current. Yeah, I'm now only missing 3. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships on the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Corythus. Clear our minds? This Master Alpinode whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the by. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Magnanimous, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have camp ready by the time you return. Okay, so let's not let Alpinode get eaten. That sounds like a great idea. Alpinode getting eaten? Doesn't sound like a great idea. And I know that they were like, oh, he strolled away like there's no deadly beasts, but I've been very successful at not aggroing them around here too. Like, there's a lot of place to just walk past. Oh cool, tree monsters! We can turn you into firewood as well. Oh, that reminds me. I'm doing Gothic after I finish Final Fantasy XIV, but I really want to play older Final Fantasy games now. I have some. I have not very great ones, but I still have some. Oh, the music. Oh, this is good. Hopefully, Alpinode did not get eaten, and in the process I probably acquired quite a bit of firewood myself, considering that I just killed 2 trees. Maybe you should have just sent me to gather firewood. I mean, it's not very intriguing when firewood is actually firewood, but when you can make firewood out of living trees, that's a job for a warrior, that. Hello, Estinian. I see, I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alpinode returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looked like stew ingredients ready for the fire. Aww! Mr. Shiva Primal can cook! It sounds like you're about to gonna be sad about the firewood, like you're gonna be like, that is all I found! And I will be like, I killed 2 friggin' plant monsters, we could have just burned them. Would have had fire for days! You all look kinda upset, by the way. Aw, except for him! Little Moogle is sleepy. Ah, few things compared to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ha! So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. This well you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to Ishael with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary and, alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the science. We, all of us, are guilty of a similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. It was only upon meeting House Vhagar that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for the chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. The truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. God, it's really hard to read when your cat is like in the background. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You're well on your way, Master Alpinote. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst the grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to the conflict now, I can say for certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. That's a nice thought. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince House Vhagar of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, wind's willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. And obviously I'm taking the gill because not only is that gear not for my class, but it looks really ugly. Ooh. Pantsu doesn't look too bad. Pantsu most definitely works. Need that pantsu. The campfire was so cozy. I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne House Vhagar back to the skies above Zenith, I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot on that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now if that's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you. Yeah, thanks, Moogle. Like, you're gonna die now. Goodbye. Okay, so the next one is once again in the location that we're heading to anyway. Next ether current. And it seems to be quite far away, so it's all good. I bet it's like right next to the friggin' quest point. Okay, so I can hire a Chocobo Porter. I don't know why you would do that. I suppose if you wanted to like sleep a little bit while questing, that's a nice way to do it, but you'll get like 30 seconds a ride.
New follower.
Ooh! Thank you for following. God, my notifications sometimes really shock me and scare me. Okay, climbing the tower. It's gonna be a high climb. Such a sad, sad song. I love the dragon song. I didn't like the Stormblood's theme that much, and if Shadowbringer's theme is like the right theme, then it's a bit... Shadowbringer's trailer song was freaking rocking, so I'd rather they use that as a theme, honestly. Okay, I was right about the ether current. It was like right at the destination. I don't know how audible the cat is for you, but the cat is like really audible for me. Oh god. Nobody's gonna mate with you, Biggie. At least I'm not going to. Mortals, why you disturb my solitude, he says. In the dragon speech, I imagine. Sounds a bit like a weird Nordish speech.
Grace Velga.
So speaketh the name of a creature that thee awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me. Oh, he's missing an eye. When I pat him, he's really... He looks kinda sad, so I wanna give him a pat.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Dragon speech just auto-translates himself. It's like very nice of it.
Racevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
No, you have made the primal out of Shiva. There is a difference. Foolish girl, thinks though my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens, that the secrets of her heart are thine to know.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
No, you're delusional. Gullible fool. The light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. Omniscience? The spirit thou hast summoned belonged not to Shiva, but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. In an age-long past, my own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect the king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Could that be Behemoth? Bahamut? That one? Because when we finished turn 10 yesterday, we found a whole bunch of dragons encased in liquid because apparently Alligans did not know how to stop them from summoning friggin' Bahamut. So they were like, if you're all liquidized, you can't do that. Such gods are not summoned, but created. Phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me
Was your own fancy. Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul has been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far.
Also, Izel is not under control by a primal, because she herself becomes a primal. Meaning it has no downsides. I don't know what it does to your span, but it just sounds pretty friggin' awesome.
We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death, and thou wouldst speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth. Then tell me thou deservest forgiveness. 1,200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. 2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Alezen learned much about us. Not least, the eyes of Great Worm are the wellspring of his strength. Was about the selfish desire to possess the strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all of that peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his Leal Knights, the most noble of Alezen lured my brood sister Red the Tusker into an ambush and took from her that which he craved. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse defiled by her Alezen allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. This a song of my kind shall never forget. Here shall the 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble into dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou chooses to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg means for Torden's people to suffer for the sin till the end of the days. That which thou imagines a war of extinction is but a punishment, the siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment? Those who abandon their own and side with dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all the traitor's progeny bear a trace of Ratatoskir's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then, the seed lies within us.
I don't know what other power you want, Ysael. You can turn yourself into a bloody primal. I think that's good enough. This for the reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus they are transformed to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defection, my brood brother shall account for all of the betrayals of Fair's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
Oh, and if the dragons didn't come from people, then they're less... people? I mean... they're all pretty sentient and they can talk. I mean, it's just another race. Would you feel less sorry for them if you knew that they're dragons and... no, what? There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. But the struggle as thou might, the youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reckons 210, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance. An eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragonslayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Or he will just be a very strong dragon with an eye. Stubborn child, thou thinkst in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. 'Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies, though didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. Hey, Narba. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, the history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatoskir's wounds. How could he not be driven mad? So you see, the issue with this is that dragons have a memory. What we need to do is to give them amnesia. Yes. This only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury had not consumed me. But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Hi, Housefager. Nice seeing you, bro. Well, happy fun times were had. Housefager was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon tongue. Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. Sigh, so far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fall from the start. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Then how about we stop Nidhogg and just Nidhogg and make friends with everyone else, hmm? Aw, she looks like such a sad bunny.
Now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Aery, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
Well, what else is he gonna do? Have a picnic?
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Well, here's a good question. What else could he do? Kill himself? Because that doesn't sound very solution-y to me.
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him?
By being
Even
awesome?
behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
Yes.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
You ponder that.
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
You'll live. Come on.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Right then, you'll know where we're gonna be. If you wanna follow us into the dragon's lair, you can follow us into the dragon's lair. Otherwise, we're just going into the dragon's lair. Yeah. Defeat enemies as you reach for the Aery. Yeah. More killing to do. Can I just... Oh yes, this helps with descent quite a bit. Here's a good question. Where is the Aery? I mean, there's like 2 important bits over there, but there's like a lot of map that way. What level is this? Still 54. I'm pretty sure Aery is 55. To 57, really. We're gonna catch up with the main storyline level for sure before we're even level 6. Oh, Stormblitz is gonna be quite annoying because we're likely gonna need some more levels. Oh my, all the way over there. All the way over there. Interestingly enough, once again, the next Aetheryte is... well, Ether Current is the way that we're going, and I absolutely love these giant flowers. I don't remember noticing them that often. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. They're super big. And this terrain is just a tiny bit horrible for navigation purposes. Normally, I absolutely hate mountainy terrain in video games. For it is always really painful to navigate it. I still remember in Skyrim climbing a mountain the wrong way around, and it made my horse fly away. Yeah, I think this way is the right way. But where's that ether current? Way north. I think that's further plain north than I'm planning on going. At least for now. Oh! It was on the path. I don't think I needed to climb that thing. Alrighty then. Oh yes, it's navigating me quite far into the map. Which honestly is quite useful. Are we getting close to one? Northwest. Oh. There it is, and as always, it seems consistent with the main storyline. That's nice. And there's another quest over there. That's also nice. How convenient. But Where's my ether currents? 1. I'm only lacking 1 now. Northeast that way. And yeah, it's all through. Are we sure? Yeah, we are. That is amazing. That is very convenient. Oh, another 4 dragons in waiting. Like a beautiful woman. No, why you have to be mean and slow me? That's not very nice. At least this one is not in waiting. How many quests do we still need? Well, 2 side quests. And that's 1. Oh, well, that's kind of interesting. Going this way just sort of ends. Oh my god, our last ether current. It's the last collectible ether current. You not. Perfect. Now, logically, I don't need to fight you. Well, unless you don't de-aggro, then I do. Both of you just de-aggroed? What about you? What do you want? Whenever can we taking her so long, Kupo? My replacement should have been here already, but I don't see her anywhere. I'm so hungry! I wager she went home on account of those troublesome Tulibans they're all flapping about. If you slay 4 of them, you should secure a safe path, giving my replacement no excuse. Please, my stomach begs you, Kupo. Well, there was 2 here. And 1 up there where Stinian is. I want to leave that one to the last. Also, his replacement must not be coming a very long way because slaying 4 of them means that I'm only fighting them like right here. Always, as there are not quest NPCs, for some reason they're a lot thicker skinned. Really understand as to why. Is the entry to the Aery here, by the way, or not? Like, are we here for the funsies, or are we here because this is where the entrance is? There you go, dun dun. Is this them Aery cookie or not? Please say that it is. Ooh, the view.
Is that it?
It's in the sky.
Aye, that would be the Aery. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye. His caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
Penetrated. Hello, Techniquist. It's like, Urgh!
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Alternatively, you could wait until I do like one more side quest and I get flying, and then we can just sit on my happy good old whale and I can bring you all up there. Very good, thank you. Very relaxed. Because I get to stream again and I'm home. I don't know like for how long, because I might get a job, but you know, up until that happens. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal defenses might conceivably grant us access to the area.
Incoming host.
Aw, thank you for hosting me. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory from myself, you mean? Nay, I'm not so selfish to that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete. Yeah, we're gonna present to Nidhogg. And we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back to the St. Brianetis Forum, Magnanimous. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decisively ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. So you mean Sid's like building airships and stuff? Good for ooh. Last side quest. Don't mind if I do. And where's that? That's back in Foundation. All good. So we don't exactly need to run with our legsies back to this place. My male cats are looking like they're about to have a fight, but they might have settled down. So I'm like keeping an eye on it. Not that I would do anything anyway. What the? Oh, it's earrings. It's like, is that red mage weapons repeated? Hide and seek seemed like a fun game at first, but I had no idea everyone would be so good at it. Now I just want to go home. Could you find the other 3 moogles and tell them it's time to leave, Kupo? Sure! Are they all just... I hope that they're all just in the small circle. That would be very convenient. You're not very good at hide and seek. I don't believe you found me. I'll find an even better hiding spot next time, Kupo. I'm not playing hide and seek with you next time. Well, my favorite bit is Heavensward, which is like where we are. So I'm pretty happy with it. I honestly think that Stormblood's leveling isn't that bad, but Stormblood's, how do you call it, patch quests, they might, some of them might bore me a little, but it's not as bad as Realm Reborn's, if you ask me. You actually found me? Aw, well, I suppose it's time to go home, Kupo. I also believe that they did quite a bit of changes, because now even in Heavensward content, the side quest that gives you flying is the first one in a chain of side quests, which has been so convenient. So I'm happy that they implemented like these quality of life stuff to earlier expansions too. I fell asleep in my hiding place. I think I'll return to my comfy bed. Oh, comfy bed! They're also lazy. I have no idea how moogles friggin' survive. But they just all look like super sleepy. Unbelievable! You already found all the moogles? Finally, we can go home. I've never seen such a skillful seeking in my life, Kupo. Sorry to make you find everyone. We usually don't hide this well. You'll be the first one to invite to our next game. Thanks. I don't know how much hide and seeking with moogles do I want to do, but I'll keep that in mind. And now it's time to go back and look for that Sid. Sid! Remember what you did with Garuda? Wanna do that again? There's like this rock in the sky and it's surrounded by wind and we kinda wanna go there. Why? To fight a dragon? Oh, that sounds mundane. Sure, I'll help you. Well, at least that's how I hope that it's gonna go. And it's not gonna just be Sid going, oh yeah, fetch quest. Would you like some more fetch quest? When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising these guardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in this city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Imeric would be an obvious choice, but there is no guaranteeing he will be able to grant us an audience on short notice. Ah, I have it! Count Edgemont's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy Sea's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emanellin is about. That felt like thinking out loud. Because for a second I thought that you were gonna be like, please visit these 3 locations, starting from the one that's furthest away from us when Sky Steel Manufacturer is like right there. I need the last ritual. Ah, it's so nice to have the full Ethernet. I don't have to walkie anywhere. Now if only they could place one in between my house and Asda and maybe some shopping places and maybe like some, you know, Manchester's main city place and everything. That would be very helpful. But then again, will probably cost more than a taxi, so never mind that. Well, come, Mistress Munchicus. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes. That is where the manor kids live. And that is who I need today. Hello, manor kid. How's life? Ah, the hero returns. How goes the flight, old girl? Well, I trust. In search of a Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Olishi commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Magnanimous, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. More like for his work. For I don't just want an opinion on how to penetrate a friggin' hurricane made out of lightning. I want him to do that for us. But I'm gonna be doing the dragon killing, so I think it's a fair exchange. Is there? No, there's no way there from here. Need to go all the way around. Or I could port, but this is actually quite a short distance if you look at it. Kinda sad that there is like a no mount rule instead of towns. Because otherwise I would totally be using a carbuncle. Yeah, they like removed them from the next expansions. I think they could have removed some more from Stormblood in general, but yeah. Not the leveling. The quests after, where you're like, oh, so we came to a conclusion, well, that's nice. I suppose. Where is that gonna lead? Nowhere? Then again, I remember Heavensward doing that as well, and then tying up a lot of loose ends, like, really, really, really fast. And then you're like, well, where did that storyline come from, and where did it go? Well, he's not here. Sid! Sid! Oh. There we go. Magnanimous, Alpinode, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. We wanna kill a dragon. Another wind barrier? And you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? Yeah, it's all lightningy and stuff. The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her age, but not that agile. The Dravenians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the ringing, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Astinian stands vigil at the edge of the Churning Mists, but we do not know how much longer. Alright, alright, they didn't say it was impossible. They said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Big Swedge, it's time we gave you the new toy of yours a proper field test. And they're like, hooray! You're going flying in the tiny ship. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory is not far. And it has a very convenient ether right next to it. Manufactory. Off we go. Ooh. I like blue quests. I'm always curious what they are. Our little project's just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one. Oh, am I?
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the Tiny Bronco.
Ah, the Tiny Bronco, that's such a cute name.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
Small flaw?
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Ulda. It's about Her Grace, the Sultana.
Oh, really? What about it?
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the Mana Cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds.
Yay, wind slicing!
You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
I gotta say, this is my least favorite of Evansward. Doing the Realm Reborn stuff that we left, like, not done before coming here, in between doing the dragon stuff. I remember the first time around when I was doing it, I was just all like, can it go faster? I want to go back to that storyline. Oh, whoopsie. It's not you I want to talk with. General Roban says that they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts. And he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Magnanimous, presenting through Ishgard flight may be, but our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan, then lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem, but that it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Apinode. To the Waking Sands, Warrior of Light. This past time, Ulda was delivered from this darkness. I don't know how about you, but I would be very content to, like, sit down on the floor and wait, like, a few hours until the Mana Cutter is complete. But we got to progress the plot. Also, I don't actually... Oh yeah. Rising Stones were kinda overrun by the Braves, weren't they? Because otherwise I would be like... The Waking Sands is just mighty inconvenient. It is. And considering that it's an Ulda, but then again, yeah, if I remember correctly, they never actually publicly said to anyone that we killed the thing. And we didn't kill a thing, so that was the proper way of action, but, like, there are enemies, so I do not... What? Yeah. Oh yeah. Never mind, Lenosian lady kind of silenced them a bit, didn't she? But that does, kind of makes sense considering that I am from Lenosia. Ooh, immediately into a cutscene, that's nice. Hello, Franz! Long time no see.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
Gotta say, in Stormblood as well, Roban is one of my favorite characters. He's just a very nice dude.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
Angry. Good expression.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady in waiting, Merrick. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands.
Oh, we never shied away from a fight.
And being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Well, I have 2 arms, so you can borrow one for a while.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends, for Nanamo and for Ul'dah!
He's taking being armless quite well. Actually, I really like this outfit at the moment. Okay, apprehending the woman. Our target is Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told the 2 of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quickly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Mariel is still hiding there. Hiding? I suppose from us. Oh wait, the Silver Bazaar is on this map. Oh, that's convenient and not convenient at the same time, because it's quite far away. I'm surprised that if she was like part of the plot, they didn't just like hire her full time. I mean, somebody is having to keep the princess asleep. So that being said, did they wake her up to eat, or is her metabolism like really slow at the moment, or is she slowly starving to death? Because I don't think their medicine is like advanced enough for them to be having vitamin drips and things like that. Then again, they do have magic. I suppose magic would solve a lot of problems. I kind of forgot how small Realm Reborn maps were. Oh, in comparison, Heavensward felt huge. Because you're like, whoa. What a huge map. Though they were pretty. They were very pretty. I remember taking pictures all around here. If I remember from the trailers and everything, and from like gunner reveals and stuff, we're gonna have like a map that's Gonna look more like the Wild Wild West. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, Thanalan is already pretty sandy. Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back! My masters will not be pleased to hear this. Wait, do you want this place to be empty? And what brings you to our lovely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about doubled our population. Looking for Mariel, you say? You're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah. You may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. Yeah, that's very nice. I would just love to hear where she is. Ooh. Is that a giant etherite? How is that? It must be like a Garly and Allagan thing. Okay, so that is the other shore, right? Right. Docks would be like right over here. And that giant thing should be standing... what? Mariel? Aye, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. It's the one closest to the market entrance. Oh, well, that's convenient. Thank you, random stranger that didn't know she's in hiding. You see, she did a bad. Entrance is here. Oh. Don't judge bloody house closeness. That one looks pretty close. And we were right. It almost sounds like I should be like, "Stop, you criminal scum! You're under arrest!"
Ariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
Hello! Good old one-armed Raban!
General Alden!
General Alden, you look like you're about to punch me. With good reason.
We will have the truth from you, girl.
She's all like, ah, this is scary.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Lonorito, you'd best talk fast.
Everybody settle down, grab a pint.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega.
Yes.
When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim.
was plain that Telegi's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
Good for you.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Telegi. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You assassinated him. Good job. Smile.
Knifing little worm. You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
Aw, I hope you're not happy.
I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire.
Don't worry, we'll do that later.
Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed. Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
To be fair, he kinda did a serpent assassination plot and reduce it to nothing, but he did kinda try to get rid of Ruban.
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Telegi Adelegi without trial?
Yeah, but it was fun.
Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Lolorito?
Is that the waking
This
potion?
Will wake the
Yeah.
Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
I agree. See guys, she's not dead, she was merely sleeping.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
Oh. Ruban is a sad cookie for Nanamo's plan to create a democracy instead of a monarchy did not work out very well. And he's still mad. So she's like, I hope I won't get killed! That big man looks so scary! Which he does. So then, guys, should we follow them to the palace, or is it home time? Ishgard, palace, Ishgard, palace. What do you think, Alpinode? By the 12, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he, of all people, would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana. My new belt? My old belt. There we go. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. Then it is Ul'dah. To the palace shall we go. You have to be like, wakey wakey. Eggs and bakey. Time for little Sultana to come back to life. It seems properly reasonable for me. Where the Chamber of Rule? There we go. That's where we're going. Oh no, somebody's asking if Duty Finder's dead again. That's never a good sign. It's normally a sign that yes, it is. Flame General Roban mentioned you might be coming. Please, the way if you will. We might be coming, so he wasn't too sure. He only has been waiting for 2.5 minutes. Okay, the Duty Finder may be okay. Oh. She does not look decomposed, and she would if she was dead, I'm pretty sure. Somebody is like, oh, it's just the end of the weekend, and I was like, oh right, reset is Tuesdays. So I was like, no it isn't, it's the start of our week, you silly. I would be like, hey, unknown concoctions may kill her, but considering that she was already dead, it's nothing. You probably can't do anything worse. Oh. Warning! Hope you don't have any brain damage. For you probably slept for months.
Longest dream.
Yeah, you probably slept for months.
'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
It may be evening right now, though. But still, it is time to wake up.
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber.
He looks so happy. I think that their dynamic is very sweet. Like, he cares for her as if he was her father.
I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Ul'dah into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Yeah, I expect you being...
new intelligence, my lord.
Like, I think you're gonna be waiting for a little while.
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle.
Would you like me to bring back some dragons again? I mean, I am in Dravania, so...
My lords,
you know, maybe.
Ladies, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
You do that. I have other stuff to do in Ishgard. Can I come back to it? Can we put this on hold, please? Can you handle a single airship on your own? That would be very helpful.
'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Ul'dah has taken control of its future, and I must do the same.
So are we going to fight Nidhogg then, or what do you mean?
I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves.
I thought that they, like, officially decided that you're not their leader anymore, so how are you gonna do that? Are you gonna kill them?
Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified grand company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low.
Don't worry, Cookie. I mean, Flames were having their own issues at that point, and like... You know, you can't prevent grand companies from being infiltrated. Though not hiring previous crooks would have been a great decision.
I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause.
Well, that's very nice, Alpinode, but may I remind you, like, the dragon, the Destinian waiting, standing back there, maybe?
Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more. The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Aww. Good for you! Glad to hear it, Alpinode-sama. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains, there is no woman alive in whom I would rather confide. Oh, your future wife will not like that sentence. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this manicure of theirs is nearing the completion. I am assured that her grace will make a full recovery. I and Oda too shall flourish once more. General Roban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Yugiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah yes, of course, you will be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant Stoll when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alpinode. To me, I see. I am grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank those stewards for their service. It shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, Magnanimous? You were there for the company's inception, it's only fitting that you're present for its end, and I would appreciate the support. I'm only coming because it's close to an aetheryte. I hope you don't mind that. Kitty paws. So nice and squishy. At some point we may return and do the rest of the level 50 dungeons because I haven't done them all. But currently I don't really see a need for it as such, and don't want to spend too much time on Realm Reborn content. I feel like I spent enough. Commander, you're alive! And Magnanimous too, I knew you scraped through! My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you, all of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. But you'll not hear us complaining. It was a sight messier than expected, aye, but we were still fighting for the freedom of all. Just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye aye! You humble me. I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is the most profound regret then that I must That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. We talked it over, see, and we all agreed. You can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves... The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us to each other and to you. Commander Alpinode, our minds are made up, so you may as well get used to it. Let us help the science. Let us help you find Minfilia and the others. My friends, after all that has happened, I know not what to say. Oh, don't cry! Don't be a little baby. You're like 16, aren't you? That being said, actual years pass in story and he never changes in height. That has always been so suspicious. I wonder if he's half human. Because you're such a tiny elf baby. Pray excuse me, I had thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, Magnanimous. But as Staliak is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. Okay, well, I'm happy that you're settled with your comrades. Your free company can go on. I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing science will need to be shared with our allies across the realm, specifically Urianger and the Waking Sands and Tataru and Nishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the manufactory. I will join you in Nishgard as soon as I am able. Okay, well, happy days. That solved everything Thanalan related, hopefully. So we're having less strings attached and less things not done. So good for us. Magnanimous! How in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have but this moment completed the Mana Cutter's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. Whilst we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fortim's Manor. A dragoon by the name of Estinians was looking for you. I wonder why. Did he get bored of staring at the sky and churning mists? Because that sounded like such a great thing to do for infinite amounts of time. Did we actually tell him what the solution was? Or were they like, yeah, we got the solution, but you just stand by. Okay, this might take a while. Because if so, then he might be a bit pissed. It depends how long we left him standing there. It was probably days. You have fulfilled your obligations to the Old Dons then? Mistress Tataru has been keeping me appraised of the situation. Once I learned that those mana cutters of Master Gallons were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in mists. For the present, Nidhogg seems content to remain in the Aery, plotting his revenge. Might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Emmerich? I think we have kept him in the dark long enough. And you're just gonna walk off like that. You're not even gonna care if he's gonna grant you an audience or not grant you an audience. You're just like, phew, off I go. Okay. Okay, mister. Forgotten Knight. Maybe Estinian's special. Maybe he always has an audience. If so, that's convenient, because not even I always have an audience. Hello!
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
Ah, the moment has come then.
Hello!
Excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The Aery is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
I am quite amazed that he's being as open with Emmerich as it is. I think he considers Emmerich friend, and he doesn't think that Emmerich is gonna accuse us of heresy. But it's kind of like being in a cult and then going, "Oh yeah, I went to them atheist convention." You know, it's not good. You do not do that.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
Did you tell him what he said?
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
But how about the three of us just keep on bringing the fight to them, because it seems like the three of us are greater than the freaking army.
Thus, you believe an assault upon the Aery represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
Hooray! We buddies.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Oh god, you're gonna have my blade as well. We need now a guy to go, and my axe! And my sword!
Lord Commander, no!
You have a city to command.
Ishgard stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland. I swore an oath to protect this city.
And sit down back on that chair and do just that.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury! You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Go and sit on the little kid chair, Alpinode.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Well, my friend, it would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm...
Hello, Flippuccino!
Sure, me too.
Okay, so now that you made sure that we have less help and not more, I'm to go and kill a dragon, right? I have pricked Master Alpinode's pride of fear, but had I been less forceful, the boy would have been insisted on accompanying us to the Aery, and thank you for the follow. Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alpinode will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed, though, without the added worry of carrying a novice. Don't worry, I will clone myself into 4, as I do on every dungeon. Ooh. Ooh, my last ether current. Ooh, mana key. Goody! We have tarried long enough. Let us call Master Garland and take possession of the mana curse. I'm good. Today has been a nice, calm day. Well, we either clone ourselves or we go a bit mad in some instances. Because when people are like, it's only you or me, we enter dungeons with like 3 other people. Or we enter trials with 7 other people, and then they're like, look at that warrior of light, she has been fighting so hard, and I'm like, yeah, with comrades, and they're like, what comrades? I'm like, they were invisible to you? And they're like, yeah, you were doing everything on your own, man. Magnanimous, old friend, the cutters are ready when you are. The final adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, those little beauties stare through that wind barrier like a turnip drill through cottage cheese. And that, my friends, is a Garland Ironworks guarantee. You have our thanks. Come, Warrior of Light, the Dreadworm awaits. Woohoo! The Dreadworm awaits! Ooh, cutscene? Oh. Oh, are we gonna be entering it right now? Are you gonna give me a cutscene of me going into there? Because that would be cool. No? Just gonna take a look at the sky again? Okay. Well, that's fine with me. I can take a look at it closer later when I'm uncovering the full map. And yep, the Aery is level 55. We're slowly catching up to our level. Yeah, it's just all like, that place! And you're like, I know! You showed me that before! How amazing! Oh? What is that for? What is that side quest for? It's not a dungeon, that's for sure. Oh! Just a hat? You can keep the hat. I don't want just a hat. I actually think that you had to do that side quest before because I clearly remember doing some side quests before I could start unlocking flying. But it seems like they actually either Either I'm remembering wrong or they removed some of the inconvenient bits, which is nice of them. Thingy. Healer. Need a healer. I don't actually know what to do while waiting. Come on, man, I'm a tank. You can pop me faster. So I'm just like, what else is in Foundation? You seem like be having a lively chat. What about? Just a little more, that's what all we asking for. The children won't survive without enough food and blankets. Who's yours? In general? Who are you asking for assistance? This guy doesn't even have a name. Ooh, a player. Howdy do? Yeah, in MMOs things tend to be a lot more static because, like, you can't have that much branching paths when you're sharing the world with millions of other people. But Fable was quite unique, as I heard, as it was. You don't tend to have that many branching paths in most, you know, RPG games nowadays. I don't know why, but Estinian just always looks really pissed off. Oh, hi! Are you Nidhogg? Or are you just like friended Nidhoggs? I'm not that good at recognizing you. Sorry, I'm a bit racist. The eye! Well, that disabled your power to fly. That was amazing. Wicked mortals, I shall melt your flesh and turn your bones into ash. Yep, that was Nidhogg. I think. Well, you can have fun in an MMOs. It's kind of like ride that choo-choo train and enjoy the ride. Kind of like, you know, Elder Scrolls and Skyrim and stuff. Like, no option to say anything to anyone. You're just there. You're just enjoying the ride. Hello, clones of me. Wonderful to have met you. Now let us proceed. I am pretty sure I'm hallucinating you all. Okay, let's do that normal thing that tanks do and just pull until you can't pull anymore. That is proper tank life. That is also why some healers really hate you sometimes. But it makes the dungeon go faster. The healers adjust. I may need a bit more adjusting by the healer. It's okay, I activated every single defense that I have ever had in my life. I hope that helps. And my healer's DPSs, so they're not too stressed. Good! Good! They're also the only one that doesn't have a leaf or a returner sign, which is good. Means they're not gonna be lost. I may have forgotten how some bosses work, but it's alright. This rock is fast. And I nearly ran to the wrong direction, into a wall. I think text adventures are all about programming for as many like word combinations as possible. There are also MMO text adventures, which is quite intriguing. I've been in a few. Because I was like, ooh, let me look at how it looks. So I did. Yeah, muds. Yeah. You can Google for muds. They were like one of the first online games ever. And the one that I was playing previously had like rudimentary graphics on it, so you had like this tiny map, so you weren't like completely blind. And when you would investigate places, you could see other people talk, and sometimes like entering a place or exiting it, like it would tell you with text. Charge thing and everything, I'm just gonna use up my happy times. Is it on me? No, it's not. Yeah, they were a bit late to put it down. When the marker's on you, you're supposed to like drag it up on one of these things. I mean, you can just not do it, but that means that everyone else will be getting shocked for a while, which is not very convenient. And you'll have a lot of damage at one point. Thingy. I'm the tank. I hate when ads are like, I'm a girl for your comrades. I'm sometimes like really slow at taking them, and it kind of showed in Arcoils the previous time. And then it just goes to your teammates and just kind of numbs them immediately, and you're like, oh, whoopsie. And they're like, tank, do your job. And you're like, I'm trying, okay? I'm just not very good at it. So he does like a pushback, and then you're supposed to run into that circle, but when you're a tank and he can only like push you back into a wall, you don't go very far. It's on the Dragoon again, and he's just... there we go. Good boy. Yeah, it's all about reaction time though. You can't just murder your teammates by forgetting to pick something up. This fall used to like take away people's health, so then you would like finish it and stand over here and going, this is awkward. I need to wait a while, but they removed that. You know what I will do? An XP run though, so I'm gonna like take those two. I'm pretty sure you can like walk around them. You don't have to, but you can. This one too. And then there is only 2 more. Plus that one. So it's like 7. That might be a lot. Not to worry. It's all healer's fault. If I die. Totally not mine. That's what tanks are for. Just run through and go like, hey you moron, follow me. And they go, okay. And then you're like, I hope I'm getting out alive. I don't wanna die. Healer, help me. And healer's like, sigh, we could be a lot more sneaky. It's good XP though. Hello there. You don't need to like attack the sneaky ones, you can't just bypass them. Yeah, if playing tag would also like would involve like getting hit, and you had like your mom over there to like constantly put bandages on you. Mom, the new person playing tag punched me again. Honey, can we stop this game now? I mean, it's not very fun for your mother. No. We gotta continue. Okay, so all the babies are dead. Their parents are still like happily sleeping. A good book. A book's even better. You're a good book. Mom, are you okay? Yeah. I just like reading my children sometimes. Okay, this one like puts down fart clouds. He summons like a big bad that eats the fart clouds. So you want to let him eat the fart clouds because it makes your life a lot easier, but you don't want him to allow it to explode. That is how this fight goes. There's now 2 fart clouds, so I'm expecting the mustard. Yeah, hello, mustard monster. Well, what do they look like to you? He like farts around a bit. Don't kill him so early. We could have gotten rid of more fart clouds. Now they're gonna be all over the arena and they're gonna be hard to navigate. Dragon weed. but green and gassy. Well, nobody seems to be too impacted by them being there, so I suppose it's okay, though it's easier when you just get rid of them. You just can't let the mustard gas explode. Now that's a bad decision. Leads to bad life choices. But he can safely eat like 3 of them, easily. And each time he eats one, a roll-up goes up on him, so he becomes easier to kill. It just means that if dragons were real, they would be extinct. Because the Chinese would be like, it's good for stomach aches. And have you tried the dragon intestine? It's like the perfect remedy for your eyes. Yeah, that's right, you put that on your eyes. Makes you feel a lot better. And you're like, sure, Chinese man, whatever you say. A big buggy and a tiny buggy. Come with me. I would pull some more, but the tower's kinda in the way, so we can't. This dungeon is relatively easy with the right people, can be horrible with the wrong people. Healer needs to keep an NPC alive in like the last fight. And I have been that healer before that forgot. And then people are like, the NPC. After everyone dies, and I'm like, oh yeah, the other part of my job. Whoopsie. I hope you guys don't mind repeating the whole fight. And then other times you have like healers that just struggle with ad pulls. And you're like, I'm not looking forward to that boss because that is gonna be absolutely awful. If you're struggling with the ad pulls right now, I really wanted that chest. I'm sorry, everybody. Why not open chests when you can open chests? Is somebody seriously complaining that the average queue time is like a full 5 minutes? Because that is the privileged tank. Time. That's not like the queue time for 90% of the population. So I was playing a DPS and it was something like 15 to 20 minutes and I was like, that is not as bad as I remember it. So, cool on that front. I may want that earrings, I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm just picking you up because there's like a cool chest behind you, so yeah, don't mind me. Now, do I want them earrings? Oh, that's not the right page. let's say yes, they're like marginally better. So why not? I'm so chesty and that can so be taken the wrong way. I'm the chestiest. I should go and catch that, but he's gonna come to me. Okay, if you guys want to not have aggro, I suggest standing a bit closer to your tank. Don't just like tank them, that's my job. It's a bit of a waste to just AoE like my healer is currently doing, especially considering that they're down on mana. I mean, what are they gonna heal from? We done here? All the little birdies have hatched and died. That must be a shitty start to life. You're just kind of like, yay, I'm out of the egg, and oh, I'm inside a fight and I'm dead. I should try this life thing again sometime. Yeah, you keep on doing that eye thing. I think it suits you. Yeah, I entered their house and murdered their babies. Yeah, that's like super mean. I am gonna assume that this healer knows what they're doing, and I'm not gonna remind them to heal Estinian. I'm just gonna hope that they're gonna remember either way. They're all together in death. Exactly where they belong. Oh, he would be like a really old dragon. The thing about dragons in Final Fantasy is that they just do not die. I am looking at that Estinian's life. Look, if you're thousands of years old, you probably enjoyed enough life. Now his children, on the other hand. Ah, Estinian's life. Goodbye. In case they didn't know that they have to kill Estinian. Ah! There we go. We killed them. Good. There not being me that just kinda completely ignores that, and then Estinian dies, and then we all die, and it's kinda just like, derp. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. True. You're just generally mortal until like crazy adventure looters show up. Ah, now we stand here. For all that do not die. Like that. Happy times. Do I have any health potions? That's mana. I shouldn't stand in the bed. I don't believe I do. Oh my. Oh! Whoopsie. Sorry about that. What do you mean not? Yeah, he does the shield and big boom goes off. And if people are not inside the thing, they die. And sometimes forget. And if there is no Ancinian to save you from the big boom, you die. Happy fight. Maybe I should have been hopping to indicate that you should stand here. At least we're all very speedy little adventurers, and we come back and the Sinian's there like nothing has happened. And we're like, yeah, take two! And he's like, what do you mean take two? You haven't been here yet. And you're like, shh. Time manipulation. It's exclusive to me. I cannot die. Okay, hopefully everyone remembers everything. They're not gonna perform a big whoops. You just really like having dragons in your mother's bedroom. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own things. That's just yours. You don't like having dragons in your mother's bedroom? You sure? Isn't it fun? Well, better than Dragoon in bedroom, because if she had a Dragoon in bedroom, you would know that they would be doing lewd things. Unless he's there to protect you from the dragons. I honestly do not remember. If you're speaking of dildos, there's all sorts. Okay, back to Estini. That sounds like a great game name. It has to be a fighting game. And the dragon has to know how to punch. Oh god. We may be a bit late for this. Come on. Come on! Oh, we're okay. We're okay. I just heard, like, vengeance. And I was like, oh no. And yeah, you can't be late for this. This time, everybody knew where to be. Now we just need to kill it. Okay, they're freeing the other DPS, which is good news. A bit slow. It's fine. They didn't just explode and die, so that's an improvement. That's a huge improvement. Anything is an improvement over, you know, exploding and dying. Oh. Well, he's all like, oh no, you have defeated me, goodbye. To be fair, if I was him, I wouldn't stick around to be killed either. That sounds like a very silly thing to do. Healer ran away, so here you go, Dragoon. Now let's look at their loot. So we want that. Oh, another thing. There we go. Whenever you do a dungeon that's below max level and not like level 60 or 50 or 70, so essentially like 51, 61, blah blah blah, they give you extra loot at the end of the dungeon that goes directly to your inventory. Yeah, he's just like, here! I ate them recently. This was what was left. Yeah, and we're like, yep, this is bearable. Thou won't use my own eye against me? Time hath done naught to delude this kind's depravity. I have not forgotten thee, Dragoon. Mine essence claimed thee once, and shall do so again. Oh! Gossiping, I see.
This ends here.
I'm so happy that you're so certain of this. This is a he. This is a Stinian. wrote that big oof at the right time because I'm all like, oof! That looks painful! Ooh? Oh, you read now. Was that his... Oh god, that's his other eyeball.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Yes! His armor was just drenched in blood. And you dyed it perfectly. And it's staying that color. And I'm like, excuse me, I got some light bulb to reignite in my own insides. So, bloop. And we can now see pink again. Hooray! Hooray for pink, so pretty. We got 3 more bloops to do. And then we'll be all shiny again. So shine. Ooh. Hello, past. We're reigniting our magic bloops, that's what's happening. And I think this is the original party that, like, took away eyes and stuff. Three more bloops to go! Bloop! I was like, look at me, I got eyes!
They are ours, Lord Haldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Oh, whoopsie. That was my lipstick falling down. I didn't mean to press anything.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain.
Oh god. Imagine having, like, Nidhogg eyes as your boobs. That sounds a bit extreme, doesn't it?
We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
Do you think the dragon has helped him with, like, down there? Was he like, bite? And he's like, finally I can be a girl again!
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair.
I don't understand why you decided to exterminate them.
Challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people.
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting.
So a few things. First of all, the Nidhogg eye that Estinian got was Hraesvelgr's because it was a yellow eye and Nidhogg had red eyes and Hraesvelgr is lacking one eye. 2, in this whole thing, they just got 2 eyes and said that they're the eyes of Nidhogg, right? Well, our Dragoon Dearest has 1. So where's the last one?
As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldrath, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
By having a head. And using his brain.
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts.
I ate it.
With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, it is plain that Ishgard has no need of a king.
Mad Laughter is probably right. There's a holy sea in Ishgard, and I wonder if his staff has an eye in it.
To the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown.
To be fair, the nice thing about...
Oh, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance, shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
Okay, so first of all, he's acting very Dragoon-like now. So he became the first Azure Dragoon? Likely? Secondly, if they're de-eyeing Nidhogg and he's saying, I will repay my father's sins, his father probably de-eyed that nice dragon lady before. And thirdly, one thing that I like about this regard is how it's ruled by 12 houses rather than by one king alone. Well, he hasn't tried to perform a fancy flip that took too long yet.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
Y'all be fine.
We can but act as our Lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldrath and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
Oh, he looks so happy. It's all like, I'll be a tavern man, y'all. The rest of you are like okay to share the throne, or are you also be like, oh no, you're fine.
Heilenat, Dyrender, and Zemile.
I own.
But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We'll just get some religious guy, don't worry.
Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
Aw, you mean. Thank you, Bad Laughter. Ah, that was very assholey of him. Are you gonna be like...
You friend, are you wounded?
No, I'm just having visions. Never mind me, I'm always doing that.
You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan.
Was that Thordan's son then?
Journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van.
Okay, so that was Thordan himself. Oh, and thank you for following.
His son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted.
Yeah, see how it's different colors?
He gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon.
So, like, you know how the dragon's voice, like, echoes in your mind and you know what they meant to say? That's probably what I'm doing. They're like, oh yeah, the warrior of flight means this thing. And you're like, just... And then they're like, yeah, we understand.
Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt. Save on one point.
What happened to the other Nidhogg's eye? Why is he having a yellow eye? Oh yeah, which we must accept as immutable truth. Well, maybe what I'm saying is like true to me, but nobody told you to be like, oh yeah, this lady had a vision, must have happened.
If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
Because Halsvegar is a nice brother. Why do you think he lacks an eye? Should we return it to him, maybe?
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
We know a dragon with yellow eyes. We can't just go there and be like, nope. Here's your eyeball back. I hope you're fine with that.
Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph.
Should I go to Halsvegar alone to give him his eye back then?
But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr.
Oh, no, you're going with me. Go, okay.
That the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
You wanna ask why his eye was inside Nidhogg? That sounds really lewd. Okay. We can do that. And I don't know, any contacts would probably cost a pile of gold. It's just that dragon contacts are like super big too. Oh, there has been a lot of free company chatter. Okay, so this is a person that has played White Mage from the looks of it. Because they're like, I hope that this start is gonna be better than just casting stone. But all starts kinda suck a little bit. I think it's okay. I mean, I'm sharing it with my husband, who's not really inviting people into it, and his friend is inviting his tabletop buddies. So that's helpful. Though Nidhogg is fallen, my heart is yet heavy, and the stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew, and you mean not have it red? Yeah, you probably don't want to have it red. Oh wait, I need my regular inventory. Whoop whoop. Now we can have that as mount permanently. Let's replace the flame. Or not, actually, because we have it here. Oh! Oh! It's a different mount. That's interesting. There's a falcon, there's a mana critter. Well, replace the falcon. With Nidhogg fallen, must save Grace Holger remains to answer her questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have heard the truth from the dragon's maw. Okay, so we can pick up Iceheart back up if she's still in Zenith, right? But first... Woo! Map to explore. I am so tempted to, like, approach the new person and just go, who are you? Not a lot of people join our guild, so when they do, it's kind of like, where are you from? Who are you even friends with? How did you find us? Well, I tried recruiting, but it wasn't, like, super successful. I got one person and he stole our dummy. So that's how my recruitment efforts went. And that is a very weird thing to do, by the way, to join a free company for a day and just take them their training dummy. They don't cost that much, and you can't even sell them, so I do not understand. But like, a few people in the free company had an attachment to said dummy. For some reason. Yeah, Aery. I don't think I can even, like, fly into it. I think the winds would repel me, even though I am using a mana cutter right now. Which is such a cute mount, because it's like a one-seater. I really like my victory laps. I think I will land like and talk with Grace Velger before I finish my victory lap, but I do really like them. Ooh. There's like a statue in here. This is a huge map and we only seen half of it, so that's pretty interesting. Maybe we still have half to go. Wait, did I stop flying? Yeah, I did. Must not get stuck in the air. Getting stuck in the air is bad. Is it higher up? Maybe? I think that's higher than I normally can climb. Oh yeah, it's slower. Lower. Not higher, derp. Like, I don't remember climbing this high. It was you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hell's figure to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us the Saximonian's judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. This time you learn the truth of its beginning, the whole truth. That we may at least bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. And I go, go! I wonder if I play like a little melody. Or do I just go, poot? Ah, that does sound like a little song. It doesn't just go, poot! We come bearing an eye. Impenitent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
It would seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg I yield 1/2 of my strength. Well, I hope that you like ice, because I'm giving this one back to you. Look at your complete face. Isn't this much better? I smile. Like, ah! You got your eye back. Happy times. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatoskir's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. She is slain then. What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, though short-lived a lesson. But thou wert enchanted by the mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratatoskir her life and me mine eyes. Oh, my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. How's figure? 'Twas thy blindness that they did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee an eye to me, and let me be thy penance. Nidhogg. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon those traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. This be convenient eye exchange. You can just like whisk your eye away like a little flame. My vengeance is begun. Yeah, you go do that. Have fun. We'll talk again in 1,200 years or so. Though I gotta say, the ruins were a lot better kept back then. Can dragons not really build without mortals? Thou hast borne witness to the scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Ishel's life is just shattering right in front of her.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor, that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
Yeah, but like... those people were assholes, man. The peace my beloved so dreadly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkst thou this fits of indignations will move me to remorse? Go, mortals, take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery. Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you, shall the bond we share ever weaken. So I suppose consuming kind, loving mortals is a good idea. Makes you a happy cookie. Whoop whoop! Though he lifted not a single claw, it would seem that House Vigor weakened his own manner of vengeance against us. Yes?
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
Good!
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
We still have like good 4 levels to go till 60, I doubt it.
And 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
That's my question! I asked it good half an hour ago!
Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard.
Ooh. Now that's something I didn't even think about.
Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
Oh.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Go crush skulls in the name of saving people from themselves.
Wait! I would join you!
Oh, good! Goody,
there has
come
been
here.
Enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
I agree. Ooh. Oh! A meeting, I see. Come on, what's on top of your scepter?
Has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
Oh. Somebody's being a naughty boy. Up, top of your scepter, please. Ah, not there. Do you have an eye inside your giant hat? Is that where the eye went? Is it inside your giant hat? Hello, Asian.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
Heh 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 heh, like that's happening. Ha ha ha. I'm pretty sure I am immortal. Oof. That's a big oof. He's all like, friend, foe! What? And now he's like, never mind, I guess this is okay. There?
Comrades, sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
My lady!
She is come!
Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more!
Do you need to shout? They're 2 feet away from you! You're practically staring right into one of their mouths.
It is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low!
You were fighting on the worm side, so why are you announcing that?
The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace.
So let's just all know peace.
Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends. He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead. Let his hatred die with him, I say. Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace.
Have we lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it.
Peace?
Peace! And that guy's like, girl, we really wanted to kill some Temple Knights. And the Temple Knights are like...
Let none escape!
Yeah, they're like, where are you going? And we're like, do not even try.
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Good, Hoshifant. Pat, pat. Okay, I'm gonna see where he is. I wanna do one more thing. Before I end the stream and everything. I wanna have my victory circle. I wanna uncover the full map. And then I'm satisfied. And we'll be like, we did the Churning Mists. Thumbs up. Though, quite intriguing how we didn't use over half the map. And oh my god, that is a lot of side quests. Like, a lot of side quests. It's like just side quest party over here. We did all the important ones, which is the ones that give us flying. Okay, so the area that way, according to the map, is special enough to have a red pin in it. Ooh. It's like a ruiny place. Okay. This place is bloody massive. I was gonna say that it's a shame that we only used half of it, but you can only use that much of it on foot. What about this place? Western Waters! Like a super special watery place. And somebody's fighting in here for reasons. Probably have those reasons. It's probably a side quest. We may have to start doing those, but not in the zone. Tharl Knash. Oh my, that is a lot of evil crystal. Is that okay for it to just grow like this? I mean, black normally means evil. Then again, the bad crystal, like the chaotic one in Thanalan, it's orange. You never know, maybe black means good. Whoop whoop! This was the last piece of rubble. There's like eastern eyes over here. There's a tower. A very ruined tower. Somebody didn't replace a flag for quite a while, but I don't think that the flag is 1,000 years old. Do cloths even preserve this well for 1,000 years? I doubt it. How many mummies were found fully clothed? But in anyways, thank you for watching. I am gonna continue this the next time, and happy days! We covered quite a lot of stories, so thank you for joining me, and see ya!